I'll show you the potential of Taekwondo!
What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Edo here. Kim Jae Hoon is finally here and kicking off season 2 for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. And in today's video, I will be showcasing his moveset, gameplay matches, colors, and of course sharing my thoughts of Jae Hoon towards the end of the video. But before we jump into it, I want to give a huge thank you to SNK for kindly providing your boy with early access to cover on the channel. And also, if you guys want to see more fighting game content on this channel, hit that like button and that subscribe button. And without further ado, if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Alright, so we're at the character select screen, and here is Jae Hoon in City of the Wolves. Now, I just want to say, he looks great in this art style. Like, I really love the fact that SNK has kept majority of his look in Mark of the Wolves and just transitioned it into the art style of City of the Wolves. He looks absolutely incredible. So, we're going to go ahead and show off the colors. So, starting off with number 1, we have his classic, you know, the white and green. Nothing too new here except the badge on his gi, which has his father's name on it. So I find that pretty cool. And then we have color 2, which is his classic red and green color and Mark of the Wolves as well. And he keeps his like navy blue looking hair. Color 3, we have like a green tint with a little bit of brown mixture with it, and then the orange for the outline of the gi. So this is another color in Mark of the Wolves. And then the last color, we have the black and yellow, which is one of my favorite colors. I've always loved this color on him in Mark of the Wolves, and I'm happy to see this being a color in City of the Wolves. So he has mainly all of his 4 colors from the previous game. So pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and jump into training mode and talk about his moveset. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we're in training mode with Kim Jae Hoon, and before we jump into the moveset, I want to quickly talk about the stage. I love the fact that we're getting a new stage with Jae Hoon, and I want to say that this stage looks like Kim Cap 1 stage from Real Battle Fatal Fury 2, but with just a new like art style and a splash of color. Like, it's so beautifully crafted into this game. I'm in love with it. Like, the lighting, everything is perfect on the stage. This is literally probably one of my favorite stage in the game. Like, probably the best stage in my opinion. But yeah, SNK cooked on the stage. It's so beautiful. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and jump into his movement. So walk speed, forward and back walk speed feels pretty good. Pretty average. Not too fast, not too slow. You can definitely tell that he can get around the screen from just walking pretty normally. So it's not that bad. And then we have a dash, so he has a dash instead of a run. Back dash goes pretty short, but it's not too slow. And then forward dash goes a pretty good distance. So yeah, he has a good bit of movement within his normal walk and dash speeds. So not too bad. So now we're gonna go ahead and jump into his normals. So we have far light punch, which is his father's light punch in KOF 15. Literally, it's 1-to-1. Has really good range to it. Then we have crouching light punch, crouching light kick, standing light kick, and then we're going to go into his heavy buttons, which is far heavy punch. Does like a little hook kick, and it has really good range on it too, which I'll show. So I'm gonna put Dong Hwan on block. As you can see, it has really good range. And then we have far heavy kick. Another great normal here, and this normal is really good to catch someone whiffing. And as you guys can see, it shows a wall punish, so if someone's whiffing your face or whiffing in the mid-range, use this button along with far heavy punch as well. It's another good whiff punish button. So yeah. Next we have crouching heavy punch, and then we have his sweep, which is crouching heavy kick. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and jump into his jump normal. So we have jump light punch, jump light kick, and this is a good cross up button. So definitely a good button to use for crossing up the opponent. And then we have jump heavy punch, and then jump heavy kick. Very good range on both heavy buttons in the air. So you definitely want to make sure to use these, especially trying to air people or to find your way in with a jump normal. Okay, so now we're going to jump into his close normal. So we have close light punch, crouching light punch, then we have close light kick, then we have crouching light kick, and then we have the heavy button. So we have close heavy punch, which hits twice, and you can also feint off of this. And then we have crouching heavy punch. And just like close heavy punch, you can also feint off of the crouching normal here. So it's always good to have. And then last we have his heavy kick button. So we have close heavy kick, and then he has his normal sweep. So nothing changes there with his sweep. Still your average standard sweep. So yeah, pretty good. Alright, so those are all his normals. We're going to go into his command normals, which he only has one, and it is forward light kick after a backdash. So once I tap back, I can do forward light kick. And this is what it looks like. And this is pretty good to basically call out someone who's trying to maybe run up throw you, or throwing out certain normals in ranges that they shouldn't, and you can just whip punish them with this. So I'm gonna have Dong Hwan do run up throw. And the cool thing about it, what you guys just saw, is I can special cancel off of this, or I can go into super with it. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when you cancel off of it with a super. It's pretty cool. And on top of that, you don't only have to go for a normal special, you can go into EX with this as well. So make sure if your opponent is whiffing something, use this and cash out damage to make sure it hurts the opponent. Make sure to tell them, like, stop pressing buttons. It is a really good tool to have in this game. Next, we're going to go into his command combo, which is while jumping, light punch into heavy kick. So that's what it looks like. And the cool thing about this target combo is that if you land this, you can go straight into close heavy punch. So yeah, you can go into whatever you want once you land this on your opponent. So make sure if your opponent is not on guard, you can literally just cash out whatever you want once you get the hit. So yeah, pretty cool target combo to use while jumping in. Okay, so now we got his command combos and command normals out the way. Let's go ahead and jump into his special moves, starting off with quarter circle forward light punch, which he does a axe kick here. And this move has so many different elements that you can use this in pressure and even in neutral. So the beautiful thing about this move is that it can go over lows, Repukins, And you can break both versions of the light and heavy version, and also EX version as well. So I'll show you the break version of both versions. So that's the light version. And then we have the heavy punch version, which has a little bit longer startup and he goes a little bit higher in the air, but you can break it. And then we have the EX, which is a bit faster from both versions. So yeah, that is a cool thing about this move. And then I'm gonna have Dong Hwan go for a low here. And as you guys can see, it went over the low and it punished him, and it gave you a wild punish. So make sure to use this if your opponent is pushing too much. It can definitely hurt the opponent. So it's definitely a good move. Okay, so now we're on the next part of the move list, which is Shakaju, which is quarter circle back light punch. He does multi kicks here, and this is very good in combos and also trying to catch your opponent pressing during your pressure, which I'll get into right now. So this is the light punch version. This is very good for combo enders, but when I do quarter circle back heavy punch, as you guys can see, it has a little bit of longer startup, but if I hold down the heavy punch button, he will stay in the stance. Now, the stance has guard point on it, which guards mids and overheads. So I'm gonna put Dong Hwan on a mid attack. And I hope you guys saw this purple flash, because it's very fast, but he can definitely call out people for just trying to do random moves in neutral and trying to pressure on your pressure. So that was the mid version of the attack. And then if I put him on overhead, I can punish you for just throwing out overhead as well, low dodge attack. So it's very good. And then same for EX, you can hold it as well, and it stays out a bit longer in stance. And I can still cancel into another EX move. So it's definitely another good thing to have in Jae Hoon's kit, and also to use in neutral and even in pressure. The only thing about holding this stance is that you're vulnerable to lows. So if I put him to run up sweep, I get counter hit and I get knocked down. So be aware of that when you're using this move. You can definitely guard mids and overheads, but not lows. So yeah. Alright, so now we're on to the next move, which is quarter circle for a light kick. And this is a sweep into an axe kick, which he has always had in Mark of the Wolves, and he still keeps it in City of the Wolves. And just like in Mark of the Wolves, is good as combo enders. So if I do something like close heavy punch into this move, I can get a little knockdown, and I can dash up and continue pressure or go for Oki here. So this is a pretty nice move to have here. So this is the light kick version. And then we have quarter circle for heavy kick. But the heavy kick and EX version of this move, you can break it. So that's the heavy kick. Oh, and I'm breaking it. And then we have EX. And I can pick up a combo off of this. So as you guys can see here, it's a cool way to start combos and also ending combos as well. So definitely use this in majority of your combo routes. It's a very good move. Alright, so now we're on to his flash kick, which is Hyenzan. And what you want to do is hold down for a brief second and tap up into light kick. So that is the light kick version. And then we have heavy kick version, which goes further and it has long startup. And the cool thing about the heavy kick and EX version is that you can break it. So this is good for combos and pressure and anti-airing. So that's what it looked like when you're breaking it. So that's the heavy kick version. And then we have the EX version. And you can also combo from it as well. So you can break it into another special. Same for EX version. So it's pretty cool. The last thing I want to note about the heavy version and EX version of this move is that it has a down heavy kick follow-up. So if I go for the down heavy kick follow-up off of this, off of the heavy version or EX version, I can get a knockdown off of this. So he does a knockdown kick, and this is a good time to just dash in, start Oki or different forms of pressure. So I'll do it again. And then we go for the EX version. So this is mainly good for using it for combo enders and also trying to get the extra damage off of anti-air. So make sure your opponent don't jump again. So yeah, it's pretty cool to see him have this again in City of the Wolves. For the next special, we have quarter circle back light kick, which is Hangen-san. And this is another iconic move that Jae Hoon and Kim Jae Hoon has always had. It's very cool looking. I love the flames on this move. And this is mainly good for combos, so I can do something like this. So yeah, you mainly want to use this move to end in combos or during combos when you're using EX moves. So you have the light version here. And then we have quarter circle back heavy kick, which goes further and it's longer startup. And then we have the EX version. So yeah, nothing too special about this move. It's just a very good combo tool. For the last special, we have quarter circle forward light kick in the air. And this is another iconic move that Jae Hoon and even Kim Jae Hoon has as well. This is a very iconic dive kick that they use in combos and even trying to get over and approaching neutral from like fireballs and other different attacks. So it's pretty cool to see SNK keeping this move in his kit. So that is the light kick version. And then we have the heavy kick version that goes a bit further and also long startup as well. And then you also have a EX version of this move too, which is a bit faster from the heavy kick version. One cool element off of this dive kick is that he keeps his other follow-ups off of the attack. So we have the sweep. So we have the low. And this is only applied to the heavy kick version and EX version of the dive kick. So I'm going to do it again. So you can do forward light kick and get the low. And then he also has a overhead off of the dive kick as well. But instead of forward light kick, you do forward heavy kick. So this is pretty good to use in combos and also in pressure. So say if my opponent is crouching and trying to JD my my dive kick, I might have him on crouch. I can basically change the timing of their JDs if they're JDing this dive kick and call out the forward heavy kick version to mess up their JD, or if they're crouching, it would hit them because this is an overhead. So this is pretty cool to have, and on top of that, he has these options out of EX as well. Go for a knockdown off of that, and then we have the sweep. So yeah, pretty cool to have. He cannot break this move, he cannot feint it. You have to commit to one option off of the dive kick, but it's very nice to have in the kit, so definitely use this in combos and pressure. So those are all his special moves. We're going to go into his rev blows. He has two rev blows, a ground and an air one. We're going to do the ground rev blow first. So he does like a little stomp with his rev blow, which is pretty cool. It's cool looking. And then we have the air one that he does a axe kick in the air. All right, now we're on to his super. So we have a double quarter circle forward, light punch. Oops. There we go. And this is an iconic move that Kim Jae-Hoon had in KOF 15 and past KOF titles, and it's now given to Jae Hoon, which is pretty cool. So the cool thing about this special here, this super, is that you can combo off of it as well in mid screen and corner, but you definitely want to find certain routes to what connects after the super. So for example, if I do this mid screen, I can go for a Hyunsun for the ender off of the super, but if I'm in the corner, I can get more. So this is mainly good for corner routes, but I'm pretty sure when you guys get your hands on them in January, you guys will probably find more optimal ways of what you can find to get off of the super in the mid screen. But it's definitely cool. So you have the double quarter circle forward light punch version of this. So I'm going to do it again. And then we have double quarter circle forward heavy punch, which is the red line, and it uses 2 meters. And he goes for extra follow-ups off of this too. Very cool. A lot of impact as well. So yeah, both versions of supers cannot be break. You have to commit. So keep that in mind when using the super. And then next we have double quarter circle forward light kick, which is very cool looking, has a lot of effects, and I love the fact that in this super, SNK kept the phoenix going up during the kick. It's very beautiful. So that is a light kick version of this. And then we have double quarter circle forward heavy kick, which is the red line version. So cool. It's so freaking cool. I love the impact, especially on the red line version. You can definitely hear the explosions off of each kick. So I'm gonna play it again. It's so cool. So good. It's so cool, so good at using combos, and it does a good amount of damage. So cool, man. I really love this super. And then obviously for the last part of its kit, you have his hitting gear. So let's go ahead and show that off. And I really love this hitting gear. It's so cool. If you guys don't know, this is a callback to Fatal Fury motion picture where Kim Jae-Hoon has done this move. I forgot against who in the movie, but he has used this move before, and it ended just like in the movie where it replays 3 different times in different angles. So we're going to show it off again. It has a lot of impact, and I love the fact that it has like an orange-red background to it when Jae Hoon is comboing you. It's so cool. And I love how serious he sounds at the end where he's like, this is Taekwondo. Like, it's so cool. Like, SNK cook. I'm going to do it one more time. I just love this in gear. So much impact. Love the rotating with the camera. Beautifully crafted. So yeah, they cook. They definitely cook. So that is basically all his moves into City of the Wolves. I think it's about time we jump into some CPU matches and showcase what this character can do. So let's go ahead and jump into that. Alright, so now we're on to the CPU fight. We're going to fight Dong Hwan, and you know how we normally do this. First to 2 with the CPU. Let's showcase what I've been labbing with Kim Jae Hoon. Let's go. We're going to let the intros rock.
Show you the potential of Taekwondo.
Love the intro. Love the black and yellow.
You can be my warm-up. Come on.
I'm sad that we don't have a custom intro, like a special intro, but it's cool. It's definitely cool. No big deal. Alright, let's go. Ooh, good match from the CPU here. Ooh, air throw? Okay. That's how you want to play? Alright. Ooh. Go for the rap blow here. Nope. Nope. Okay, CPU does not want to get comboed. Oh, good low there. There we go. Let's get the combos going. I messed up on the other flash kick. It's okay. I'm gonna try to chip him out. Yeah, let's go ahead and chip him out with the rail blow. I definitely dropped that combo, but we're gonna clean it up. Let's go. This character is so fun. He has so many different routes. Like it's insane. Ooh, good wild punish there. What are we doing? Ooh, no combo there. Okay. Okay. We're calling out my inputs. It's all good. Back up a little bit. Wow, he really JD all of that. It's fine. Ooh. Catches me on the hop. All right, I gotta be careful. There we go. We break the EX version of that. I got caught on the feint, but it's okay. Yo, CPU, stop blocking for a minute. Thank you. Hit me. Okay. There we go. And then we go into super to end the first game. Woo! I love doing his combos. It's so fun.
I know that you like to train when nobody's looking, Gohan, but that doesn't mean you can skip out on actual practice entirely.
So the reason why I said, even though we don't have special intros, I'm definitely okay with it because of the outro dialogue. We hear a little bit of Jae Hoon talking to his brother, and I just love these special interactive moments. I hope we get more of these into City of the Wolves in the future, especially maybe special intros or ESC mode, arcade. I'm hoping we get more of this because I love hearing the characters interact with each other. So yeah, let's go ahead and do another match to finish off the set. Let's do it. I'm gonna try to hit more confirms if I can. That was a little bit rough at first because the CPU was reading my inputs. There we go. Ooh, I messed up. Ah, no. It's okay. Okay. Ooh, that was a big whip punch right there. Nice. Get a little combo there. Ooh, nice. Okay. Mash him out there. Try to go for maybe like an air confirm or something. Ooh. Nope. Back throw. Got some going here. Ah, I dropped it. Woo! Let's go. Got a small confirm there. I try to go for a flash kick under there. And then let's end off with a double low. All right, so I got a chance to show off a little bit of something, but I'm telling you, this character has a lot, and I mean a lot of confirms, different routes to explore, and I can't wait to see what other stuff you guys find with him. Like, I can't stress that enough. This character is so fun. Like, he's way more fun than his marketable version in my opinion, because you have the route system, you have a lot of routes, you have a lot of stuff to break. It's just a lot of stuff to just go in depth with his kit. So I hope you guys enjoy him when he comes out in January. Let's go ahead and jump into the review and the end of the video, shall we? Let's go. For the final part of the video, we are here with my overall review of Jae Hoon in City of the Wolves. After having some time in the lab and playing Jae Hoon, in my opinion, I found him to be the most combo expressive and freeform character in the game. From labbing and trying to find optimal damage from certain buttons, I never ran into a wall trying to come up with fun technical routes that could lead into great Oki or situations that could restart pressure on my opponent. This character is extremely loaded with a lot of crazy and insane tools to mix and pressure to make your opponent think twice about pressing a button while you're on the offense. Looking at how Jae Hoon has guard point on some of his moves like Shikakaju and being able to evade overloads and Reppuken with his axe kit Hoten Kyaku. I can definitely say SNK did an excellent job in keeping Jae Hoon's kick intact from Mark of the Wolves and implementing it in the City of the Wolves rev system. If you're a fan of Jae Hoon, either for his character or playstyle, you will 100% enjoy this version of him. He still does a lot of damage along with having a decent counter-attack game like in Mark of the Wolves. When it comes to Jae Hoon's personality, I can say I'm pleased with how SNK showcases that he is still very serious about perfecting his Taekwondo while also showing his strong sense of justice, just like his father, which is highlighted in his game-winning dialogues and his intro. You can definitely see that Jae Hoon has always admired his father, Kim Cap-1, and has taken much of his fighting style from him, which is shown in some of his normals that look similar to what Kim Cap-1 had in past SNK titles, at the same time bringing in flame effects to his moves, adding his own element to it. And the last thing I cannot forget to mention is Jae Hoon's hitting gear, being a nice callback to Fatal Fury the motion picture movie, where his father does this move 1-to-1 just like in the hitting gear and poses as well. This is another beautiful, outstanding reference that SNK has put a lot of time into, and it shows fans a bit of history from the past of Fatal Fury while in a way passing the torch to the next generation, which I think is a great thing. Overall, SNK has done an excellent job with the first character kicking off Season 2 for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. I feel like the more I play and lab Jae Hoon, I get this exciting feeling to just keep going back and find ways to optimize his character. For my final score for Jae Hoon, I would give him a perfect 10 out of 10. Now, I want to know your thoughts. How are we feeling about Jae Hoon, and are you planning to try him out? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more fighting game content on the channel, please hit that like button and that subscribe button. Huge thank you to SNK for providing me with early access to cover on the channel, and until next time, it is your boy Edo. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy everyone. Peace out.